Hi guys, I'm Ashu. This is Ashu's Archives. This is my friend Prerna, and today we're gonna be going through dating advices. We are back for a third video in a row that we're recording on the same day. Bear with us.
There's also like one of the videos was so long that it's probably going to be in multiple parts, so you can tell how much time we spent doing this.
Exactly. Enjoy the content that you have. Do not complain. Thank you.
So we're scrolling through our dating advice to try to find questions or topics for us to talk about.
And the one that we found is there is nothing more unattractive than referring to yourself or others as an alpha.
Alpha. An alpha.
It reminds me of Stanzi. She makes great content about this. It's hilarious.
Stanzi Potenza.
Alright, alphas, welcome to AlphaCon. Touch my biceps. Touch my biceps.
Oh god, okay. Let's just go find something unironic. Should I tell this guy I think he's handsome? Now we get into actual advice. I'm gonna read this out for you. There is this guy at the gas station next to my apartment. I go there a lot to get stuff because it's convenient and close by. Or maybe because the guy is handsome. No, okay. It's convenient and close by. This guy on the morning shift is super cute and sweet, but he looks a bit older. He has initiated some conversations. Probably because I'm a regular customer. I just want to tell him he's handsome, but I don't want to creep him out or feel expected to say anything back. If he reciprocates, that's great, but I just want to put a smile on his face.
Oh, so that's not really like dating advice. That's just complimenting.
No,
advice.
because she thinks that he might expect her to date him.
Okay, so
She or
not
he?
dating.
This person.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This person.
I am so heteronormative.
Shut up. One time you do it and you're... Okay.
So yeah, okay. I think because of how guys are and their mindset works, I wouldn't just randomly compliment someone who I don't know. Especially because we're in India. I don't know where this is from. But especially because we're in India, I will not.
I think, yeah, like as a woman, it feels risky.
Hmm.
And like we always have to consider our safety when we're saying it. And how like comfortable we feel with the person that we're talking to.
Exactly. Because immediately any compliment can seem like leading them on.
Yeah. The consequences feel much heavier than what it probably should be.
Yeah, and if you just want to put a smile on his face, compliment something else, I guess. Just don't call him general handsome, would be my advice.
Yeah, I mean...
Such as, I like the way you build stuff. Ooh.
I don't know how you could do that without any, like, without, him reciprocating something. Whether it's saying the similar thing to that person or saying something else, just like, oh, there's going to be some conversation involved. And he might think that that's an opening to maybe ask the person out. So, I don't know. I don't know how you would be able to say that without something like that happening.
Okay. So my advice is just don't say that. Compliment something else if you just want to put a
supposed
smile
to
on his
actually
face.
give advice. I know I spoke over you. Sorry. That's just I'm not used to giving advice anymore. So
Think if it was me.
yeah, I know.
What advice would you give me if I wanted to just go up to someone and say that?
I would tell you that it's literally impossible to do that without that person saying something in return. So
Okay.
if you're not ready for dealing with a response, just don't do it.
Okay, next one. I'm gonna hide my face.
Oh, I keep looking at you.
Next one. Should I contact his wife? Is the thing. Okay, I am giving online dating a chance, trying to find the love of my life or whatever. I downloaded one of them dating apps. Matched with this guy, started chatting, we decided to exchange numbers. Quick search of his number gave me his FB page and his wife account. I sent him screenshots, told him I know he's a liar, blocked him. Now I have his wife's account. Is it better to forget about it, or should I contact her and let her know her husband is online pretending to be divorced?
Oh, pretending to be divorced. Oh shit. I think if he wasn't pretending to be divorced, like if he just didn't say anything about it,
They could be in an open relationship.
yeah, I don't think that the person who found him had the right to should say anything in that situation if that person wasn't pretending to be divorced. But I still think that because nothing happened between them, it's not their responsibility at least to be the person to tell this to the wife.
Yeah, it's not your responsibility,
Oh, but then what if like there's no other way for her to find out? Yeah.
Okay, my advice would be go for it.
Yeah.
Like, because if they're in an open relationship, cool, the wife won't care. And if not, even if nothing happened between you, it might be helpful for her to know that.
I would do it in a way, like if I was this person, I would do it in a way where none of my identity details are revealed and like my contact information is not involved.
Okay,
but I would
that's true.
definitely let that person know and send the screenshots.
Yeah, make a fake account and then send screenshots, okay?
I mean, fake account, or if there's any other way to preserve your anonymity.
No, like you can just say, I made this account to preserve my anonymity, but then I found your husband on Facebook, so I'm sending you.
No, in case the person finds it a lot of effort to make a fake account, if there's any other way, they can do it also. But yeah, I think fake
Put a
account
Reddit thing, put a Reddit post with his pictures, whatever, and then just send her the link being like, hey, isn't this your husband?
No, but then when you're sending her the link, you're sending it. Okay.
They won't know
Got it.
that it's her who posted all this stuff.
But yes, we both think that you should tell her.
Okay. Now. I agreed to a second date, but I'm rapidly losing attraction the more I find out about his personality. Do I still go through with it? Or do I find a polite way to cancel? Okay. So,
It depends on what your goal is with the date. So for me, if I'm going on a date, my goal is usually that I want to keep seeing the person or I want something to come out of this. And if I'm losing interest in that person because of their personality, like who they are, I don't think there's much hope for me. So I would cancel. Also because I don't want to waste my time in the sense of like, if I'm actually actively looking for a partner, going on this date would not be useful for me, I think. But if you think there's any hope for this to end up well, like, you know, just because you're losing interest but there's still space, they haven't said something that's non-negotiable or a deal breaker, then maybe I would most probably not go on the date.
so apparently that post had like a first post and a second and all of that.
Oh.
So they were talking about a lot of things, and then they said that I did this, thank you all for your advice, situation over.
Oh, okay.
Is it too late to start dating at 26? I feel like I wasted my youth by not having the courage to go on some dates, but I feel like that needs to change. The problem is I don't know where to start. I feel like it's too late to catch on now. Is there some hope for me?
What do you think?
Oh, okay. I think definitely. I mean, I know I'm just a little old bean, but I'm not that younger to this person, okay? And like, if you start on dating apps and things like that, then I think it'll be useful. Okay, I'm gonna comment. Okay. Yeah, what's your...
I will say, there is no concept of being too late to start dating, because it just doesn't make sense. Like, you're just looking for connections with people, you're trying to like, I don't know, build something or just meet people, and there's no time that is too late to start that like that. I think it doesn't make sense for that concept to exist, because each person takes their own time with things. And maybe this could even work to your advantage if you're, like older and you're doing this. Maybe you have more clarity about what you're looking for. Maybe you're more sure of yourself and not as affected by, what other people might think of you and stuff like that. Because there's always scope for not having as positive experiences as you would hope. So at the same time, it could be really, really fun. It could be a way for you to, like, how it could even be like a hobby, like going on dates. Like, honestly, for me, social interaction can sometimes feel like a hobby. So going on dates could be just another interest that you have. And
yeah, I'm a bit on the opposite side of things. Right now I am on Tinder. I mean, Prerna is in a healthy, successful relationship.
Successful sounds like a business partnership. I'm just saying.
Okay, my point is, I on the other hand have been single for my entire life, zero action, okay? And I'm on Tinder, was on and off, never been on a date, but I'm currently talking to this guy who shaved his beard, so can't come for the date because he's feeling a bit
What if he finds
self-esteem
your
issues.
YouTube and sees this?
How will he find it?
I don't know. What if?
He follows on my Finsta. He does not know that I have YouTube. It's okay. Even if he does, he's not gonna get through these many minutes. Because
It's called dating.
dude, there was this other guy who was there in my first Tinder video. Okay, where my sisters made fun of Tinder boys,
Oh.
and I actually matched with him, and now we're like good friends, like just online friends, and yeah. And that person didn't know I had YouTube, but then I told them, and then I sent them the video, and it was pretty
Oh, okay.
cool.
I was like, if they still don't know, what if they find out now?
No. I told them, and the person found it hilarious. But what I'm trying to say is, I am planning on going on dates, but I get really nervous, and I cancel last moment, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't do this. You can block me, and then I block them, and stuff happens. It is nerve-wracking, right? And I can understand that.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's too late.
Yeah, that's what. Like, I don't think it's too late. I don't necessarily think it's gonna be easy, but I don't think it's too late at all. I don't.
From personal experience, it's tough.
It's really tough. I think at every stage there's gonna be something that's gonna be tough about it. So start when you can, if you want to.
Okay. This is not advice, but this is a question that's there. Love or lust?
Means
Which one would you choose?
it's pretty obvious what I would choose. Like,
Both of us would choose love.
yeah. I mean, for me, lust, I think I'm one of those people who I don't know if it's like fully needs emotional connection to be sexually attracted to someone, or like enjoy the process of sexual intimacy, but I need some, and usually love has been very helpful.
I don't think I remember being sexually attracted to anyone. So, no. Okay, this one's very interesting, okay. To be emotionally open or closed off to women as a guy. I'm 30 male. I've been reading a lot about how men believe that they must be mysterious. A lot of it focuses around not being emotionally open with a woman. Only opening up after the emotional problem you're navigating is over. Letting them know there is an emotional problem, but not really telling them about it. It comes off as a mindset which tries to force yourself to be emotionally available. I have seen the wisdom of this in past, but I don't like it. I believe that being emotionally closed off to get the girl, but not in the relationship. What do you suggest?
I want you to go first.
Okay. Just never be emotionally closed off. Never. How will your relationship last if you're emotionally closed off? You don't know what your problems are. You are not communicating what your problems are. Even in a friendship, how will that last? So this is expecting that in a romantic relationship, I think, is very unfair. That you be mysterious for the sake of it, and I feel like the person who's written this does not really want to be mysterious.
Yeah, they don't seem to want that at all.
Yeah, but they think that's the conception.
That's us supposed to do.
Don't go with the conception. I have friends who are like this. It's a bit difficult for them, like a lot difficult for them when you've grown up and have been taught that you shouldn't be emotionally opened up to people. But when you're not emotionally opened up to people, when you're not vulnerable, how do you create those bonds?
Yeah.
How do you create a relationship of trust where you feel like you can rely on each other? That's my...
Yeah, I agree with that. And like here it's more about the choice you're making, right? Like you may have grown up with certain ideas and all of that, but here the person is asking about, should I choose to be emotionally unavailable or available, right? And like, I mean, for me, it was always really boring when a man would be emotionally unavailable with me, because I'm like, okay, so what is the point of our conversations? How many times can I ask you what's up and ask you about your day and like find out, things that are happening in your life? there's only so much you can talk about that. If we're supposed to build anything out of this, if we're supposed to be closer to each other, there's no space without emotional availability, without speaking about our emotions, without talking about how we feel about each other. If you're emotionally unavailable, you will not be able to express how you feel about that person as openly as they might need to hear it. And it is needed. Like, even if someone understands your actions, even if they understand your gestures and they trust you, you always need to hear it from the person firsthand. It's always helpful, and communication is extremely important. So I would never say be emotionally unavailable. Ever. And like, it's honestly boring. Like, you want to go about your life having these like superficial relationships. Like, okay, if this is a choice someone is making, they're happy with it, that's great for them. But if you want to have like a connection which makes you feel close, which makes you feel intimate with that person, it requires emotional openness.
I agree. We would say, don't try to be mysterious.
Please, honestly, even if we as women enjoy the initial mystery or something like that, I don't know a lot of people who enjoy it like their whole lives or like their whole relationship.
How much can you keep a mystery, bro? Even every mystery sequel ends up flopping. How are you gonna do that? Okay, so I need to inform you that Prerna's successful business I need to inform you that Prerna's success in relationship has sadly come from a place where she met on Tinder.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's weird, but we met on a dating app.
So the next question is, virgin on Tinder, how do I approach it? 23 male. It took them some time to become emotionally available. Now,
Means, one sec. You're talking about the OP. Like, the person who posted this is talking about themselves.
yeah. I mean,
I was wondering if they're talking about someone they met who is 23 male and virgin on
No.
or something like that.
so it was very funnily written. Not the cliche type of guy though. What the fuck is a cliche type of guy? But anyway,
he is not it. Whatever he is, it's not
it.
that, the cliche
Yeah.
type.
But basically, he's been told sometimes he's good looking. Okay. But
You already dislike this guy.
I don't like it. Anyway, they haven't seized an opportunity because they didn't feel comfortable with intimacy. But
Okay, let's say accept. You're welcome. It's okay. You're welcome.
he
Just not an ordinary guy.
okay. He's in a better place now for about a year or so and supposed to go on a date tomorrow with a Tinder girl. Nothing guarantees sex, of course, but I'm not going there just for sex. I believe we have a good connection through text, but I'm really curious to meet her. But there's a possibility that one day or another we might have sex, and I don't know how to deal with the fact that I'm a virgin. If I do tell her that we once were getting physical, I guess, but that might throw off the whole vibe. And on the other hand, I don't think I'd feel comfortable not saying it or not mentioning it, because I might be a bad lay anyway, because the first is the first. What would you guys do? I mean, just advice.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I've been going first all along.
Okay. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't think it matters. Okay, I think the best, most closest sexual intimacy is when you talk about things, when you're able to, like, maybe even laugh about things as they happen, or like, you know, try to figure things out. It will be awkward whether it's your first time or your 10th time or whatever. Like, as in, if it's your first time with the person, it's going to be awkward anyway. It's going to be confusing because you're still learning about each other. It's going to be maybe funny also. Like, I don't think it particularly matters whether you've done this before or not, because that's like, y'all can figure it out together anyway. So I don't think it makes a difference, and I don't think it's something you have to tell the person unless you feel like, you know, I mean, you can communicate that, but I don't think it reflect on you badly. I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, I think I'll agree with you that it's not gonna throw the whole vibe off, okay? If you communicate, the more you communicate, the better. Not that I have any experience, but let me say something. when it was written virgin on Tinder, I thought that they were on Tinder for the first time. Not that they were a virgin on Tinder, but then
That's why you brought up my
Yes.
thing. I was
Yes.
like, okay.
'Cause I
don't know how this is related.
I honestly thought that they were on Tinder for the first time and wanted some advice on how to go
That
through
would
with
have
Tinder.
been Tinder Virgin.
So okay, I didn't know that it worked out differently, and I don't know how to give advice on this, but from what I've heard from a lot of people,
No,
who have
but you can talk about it as if, like, suppose you were with that person. How much would it matter to you?
I think that it would be nice to know, because again, when it's someone's first time, like they say, first, they might need a bit more guidance, because
And it might
can
be important to
confusing.
that person.
Yeah, and it can be confusing, and
Yeah.
it's just more helpful to, the more you know, the better. And my only thing would be, like I said, communication is what I've heard is key during sex, because like you need to know how the other person's feeling to be able to help make them feel better.
I think, yeah, like, I also think, you should tell that person, but my main thing is that, like, if you tell the person and suppose things do go wrong because of this, I don't think that that's fair to you.
Yeah, that's true.
That's my main thing. Like,
Yeah, it's not a disadvantage or anything. I would just say that open communication
it's
is
just
better.
something. There are so many things that people haven't done. This is just one of the things that this person hasn't done.
Okay, next one. Shy girls. What's the best way to approach a shy girl in school? We would know because you're shy.
I don't know. I was very shy with people I was interested in. You're looking at me now. You have to look there.
The point of it is to make you feel awkward. I can't imagine you being shy.
I was very shy.
Yeah.
Oh, you saw me how I was when I started dating this one.
Hey, someone commented to approach her because she won't.
That is so true. Okay, like, it's always nice to be approached.
Bro, the worst advice given here is get her in a corner so she can't run away.
Oh my god, that's so horrible. But anyway, I think it's always nice to be approached, because it's also very validating, and it helps. Like, when suppose if someone came and approached me and asked me out, or like just maybe showed any kind of interest, it would help me know that, okay, there is something that they feel towards me that's bringing them here, and then I will feel more confident about talking to them about it. I think that's pretty much it. Like, if someone is shy, if someone is shy, I think approaching them and just maybe when you're being direct, not making it like, I want to go out on a date with you, not that level of direct, but something like, hey, I really like you, and like, or like, I like you and I was wondering if you would be interested in a date. Like, your tone, the way you phrase it and all of that really matters, especially if the person is shy, because it doesn't corner them. Like, cornering them is, I think, one of the worst things you can do.
Yeah, I would say the best way to approach a shy girl in school, try and find something common with her, I guess, to bring up a conversation where she can contribute to and talk about something that she feels comfortable with, so that there's a foundation established for her to work with. Personally,
My only, like, I mean, I know this is not always true, but that concept of you become friends first and then you try to initiate the romantic thing?
no, not to become friends, but just
No,
to
I'm
start
just
a conversation.
yeah.
I'm saying.
I'm just like, I would not recommend becoming friends first if you already know you have feelings for her. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, what you were saying, right? You're talking about a conversation, but I was also imagining, like, I mean, it helps to be honest about your feelings as soon as you know, because then the other person knows where you're coming from. Because sometimes if your friends, like, if you already had a crush on the person and then you try to become friends with them and then you try to date them, sometimes, not always, it can feel kind of like a betrayal, because then the whole purpose of your friendship was just so that you could go on a date with them, or just because you were romantically or sexually attracted to them.
Tata, bye bye for
I think our advice was really random. I mean, it was accurate
Yeah.
about what we felt, but this felt like a really random video, and I enjoyed that because we just said whatever we wanted.
Yeah, and I think it would be helpful also, especially the boys emotionally unavailable thing, and
Yeah.
also for girls who are like, for anyone, boys, girls, and all the non-binary people in
Binary.
between, binary, that just don't be emotionally unavailable.
It's
Communicate
so-
well during sex.
It's lame. It's not cool to be emotionally unavailable.
Figure out whether you like love or lust more.
Or both.
Do not use alpha sigma males unironically. If you use them ironically, great. Stanzi loves you. But
I mean, we don't know if Stanzi loves you, but we would think that. And we love Stanzi.
yes, Stanzi stands.
Stanzies.